It's been 3 months since the launch of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, and now that I have spent more time with the phone, here's what I think about it. Let's get to it. The design has definitely grown on me. I especially like the two-tone look at the back, and the camera plateau has grown on me too. And I still like this cosmic orange color I got. This color had a lot of hype when it launched, and I was kinda afraid that in a few months down the line, I'm gonna regret getting the orange. But that hasn't happened yet. I still think this is the best color out there, but if you disagree with me, there's the silver one and the blue one. We definitely have to talk about the switch to aluminium. Personally, I still miss titanium. The 16 Pro Max I have here feels much more premium than this phone. But as I said in my initial review, the 17 Pro Max is function over form. So the 17 Pro Max design wins in terms of what you can do with the phone, but the 16 Pro Max before wins in terms of premium materials and feel. But this year, Apple let the iPhone Air be that device that catered to the crowd that wanted form over function. We also have to talk about the controversies or the issues. The first is that the aluminium build got scratched and dented really easily. My phone has been fine. I haven't dropped it or scratched it yet. I've been using this Nomad leather back case, so I haven't been really protecting it, but my phone has been okay so far. Another issue was that the orange iPhones changed color when coming into contact with certain chemicals. Again, as you can see here, my phone's been alright. There's no negating that these are genuine issues, although they're really minor and just blown out of proportion. The new A19 Pro chip is an absolute beast. It handles everything effortlessly, editing 4K video, playing demanding games, and running pro apps, you name it. I've said this in the past on iPhone reviews and I'll say it again. If you buy this phone today, it will still feel fast 5 years from now. The headroom Apple builds into these chips are incredible. The battery life is better than the 16 Pro Max when I got it last year. I kept my charging limit at 80% and it easily lasts a full day, even with camera heavy use. I have no battery anxiety whatsoever, and that's the best compliment I can give. And my battery health is at 100% after 75 cycles. I wouldn't have expected that to drop after, just 75 cycles. So, no alarm bells when it comes to battery health. Talking about the thermals, this phone stays much cooler thanks to the vapor chamber, especially compared to the 16 Pro Max. It's kinda funny, I only realized this in retrospect. When I had the 16 Pro Max, I would use the camera like I would usually do, and the phone display would get dimmer and dimmer as the phone would get hot. I didn't think of it much, it didn't bother me, and I just lived with it. But now with the 17 Pro Max, that almost never happens, which is a great indication that the switch to aluminium and the vapor chamber are doing its job. And when the 17 Pro Max does get hot, the heat is distributed evenly at the back, and not just where the processor is. Thanks again to the vapor chamber. The reason I upgrade to a new iPhone every year is because I want the best iPhone camera in my pocket all the time. And this is 1 year I can say that even coming from the 16 Pro Max last year to the 17 Pro this year is totally worth it, if you're into photography that is. The change from the 5x telephoto to the 4x is a meaningful one. The photos look better and the 4x lens makes much more sense. The 8x digital crop is a great feature too. I keep doing this thing where I take a photo on the 0.5x lens, the ultra-wide lens, and then zoom all the way into 8x. It's very impressive the range of zoom you get on this phone. I still shoot on RAW and the quality of the images you get from all three lenses are very impressive. And for the moments I don't want to shoot in RAW, the photographic styles introduced with the iPhone 16s are simply great. By the way, if you want to watch my video on iPhone photography and settings, please do check the link on the top right or in the description below. Video is great too, easily the best video you can get on any phone. But this year Apple upped the game with features like Genlock, ProRes and Open Gate. But I haven't used them much. I do intend to have a play with them and take some cinematic footage for this channel. We have to talk about iOS 26 a bit too. I think it looks better than iOS 18, and to be honest, I haven't had any major bugs either. I guess I'm really lucky because that is not what most people's experience seems to be. But that said, it is clear that the redesign has a lot of rough edges and Apple has fixed quite a bit already. There are major upgrades promised for the next year as well, like the new Siri and the Apple Intelligence features that Apple promised with the iPhone 16 series but never delivered. Will we get it next year? I don't know, but I hope we do. Because it's gonna be embarrassing for Apple if they keep postponing it. But even if we don't, I don't think it takes away from the greatness of this phone. Yes, Siri is bad, but it's always been bad, not just specific to the iPhone 17 Pro Max here. After 3 months of living with it and using it daily, I can say the iPhone 17 Pro Max feels like Apple's most refined Pro model yet. It's not the flashiest iPhone upgrade, but it is smart, balanced, and designed for people who actually uses its power. And as someone that upgrades their iPhone yearly, this feels like one of those years where I'm genuinely getting my money's worth coming from the 16 Pro Max. That's mostly because of the camera upgrades. Well, that's only because of the camera upgrades. But better thermals, great battery life, and even the cosmic orange color make it feel like a complete package rather than an incremental step. So should you get one? Here's my honest take. If you're on an iPhone 16 Pro Max and if you're not into photography or videography, skip it. You're not missing much. But if you shoot a lot of photos and videos, that 8x telephoto and the Pro video features make this a genuinely worthwhile upgrade. If you're on a 17 Pro Max or older, it's a different story. You're getting significantly better cameras, thermals that actually matter for long-term performance, USB-C from Lightning, photographic styles, and the camera control. All this said, the Aluminium doesn't feel premium, and if I spend over $1,000 on a phone, I would want that phone to feel premium. But 3 months in, I'd still make the same choice and buy this phone made out of aluminium because the phone just works, day in and day out without any drama. And sometimes that's exactly what a Pro iPhone should do. That's my 3-month take on the iPhone 17 Pro Max. If this helped, please consider hitting the like button and maybe subscribing because it's going to help my channel out. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for watching.